Hey everyone, this is Imrul from Camel Tech. If you're a business owner or operations head and want more control over your business and want to better predict what's happening and improve outcomes, one of the key tools I suggest you implement is a scorecard. The scorecard is part of the EOS framework, but the concept itself is much older. It's been used in management systems for over 100 years. Before I show you how to build a scorecard in Notion, or even in Google Sheets if you're not using Notion, I want to quickly explain what a scorecard is, why it's important, and how to use it the right way. A scorecard is essentially a management tool that tracks your key metrics against weekly goals. Each team member should have at least one number they are responsible for. It helps keep a pulse on every department and ensures accountability. The reason the scorecard is based on weekly goals is simple. It gives you more control. If you're only reviewing metrics monthly or quarterly, you might miss warning signs. But with a weekly scorecard, you can spot issues early and course correct quickly. One of the most important things about the scorecard is that it's updated manually, on purpose. Why manually? Because if everything is automated, you just see numbers. There's no connection. But when data is updated manually, people know where the numbers come from, what impacts them, and how their performance ties into the metrics. It builds awareness and ownership. Now, don't get me wrong, every department can still have its own automated dashboards. For example, marketing might track performance with Google Analytics, email dashboards, or website stats. That's great. But the scorecard is different. It's a simplified manual snapshot. Each week, team members take a few minutes to update it based on those dashboards. That way, they stay connected to the numbers and understand what's working and what's not. So that's the idea behind a scorecard. Now let's move on to how we actually implement the scorecard. If you're using spreadsheets like Google Sheets, here's how we usually build it. First, you'll have your measurables, the person responsible for each number, and your weekly goal columns. What we do is separate the text fields from the number fields. This is important because if we keep the goal as a number, we can set up simple automations where the cell turns green when the goal is met or red when it's not. But if you make it a text-based field, you can't do that kind of automation. We organize the weeks month-wise. For example, the date for January first week Monday is the 6th. Next week Monday is the 13th, like this. If a month has 5 Mondays, we add an extra row for week 5. Some metrics don't need weekly tracking, like training, so for those, we also include a monthly view. There's also an actual column that just sums up the real numbers entered. The beauty of this setup is that if you've set a goal, let's say 10, and the actual achievement is below that, the cell turns red. If it's above the goal, like 13, it turns green. So during your scorecard review meetings, you can just focus on the red ones. That alone saves a lot of time wastes. We replicate this format for all 12 months. You just copy the metrics and paste them into each new sheet, and it works. That's how we do it if you're using spreadsheets. But our ideal suggestion is to use Notion. In Notion, the way we design, inside our EOS page, we have Scorecard. We do it quarterly instead of all 52 weeks in one view, because it's difficult to manage that much data in a single table. So we segment it quarter-wise. Inside the scorecard, we track the metric, the owner, the goal, and weekly updates. We use formulas to show if they met a goal or not. For example, if there's no data yet, it says no data. If the number is below the goal, it shows off track. If it's on or above the goal, it shows on track. The formula is already built into the template. You can just copy and use it. We organize each month like January week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. If a month has a 5th week, we just duplicate the last row, rename it to week 5, and update the formula. It's simple. The reason we don't use specific dates like 7th January or 13th January is because the weekdays shift every year. For example, this year's Monday might be on the 6th, but next year it could be on the 8th or 9th. So if you're using fixed dates, you'll need to change them every year, and that's a hassle. To make it more scalable, we keep the structure consistent by using weeks instead of exact dates. Inside Notion, everything is grouped by department, like HR, marketing, operations. So each team can track their own performance. You can also switch between views, by quarter, by week, or see all data at once. That is the raw, unfiltered view of all entries if you want to see everything together. Each department's page is linked to the main scorecard. For example, if you go to the marketing page, it will automatically filter the scorecard to only show marketing metrics. That way, teams can stay focused on their own numbers. To manage the scorecard, we recommend having a weekly scorecard review meeting. In EOS, this is called an L10 meeting. But even if you don't follow EOS, just doing a regular review works great. We set up a dedicated meeting page in Notion. Each meeting has its own page, and we embed the scorecard directly into it. So when you're in the meeting, you don't have to switch tabs. Everything's there. You just open the page and review. To do this, just create a new page and use the template we've set up. It'll have the scorecard embedded, ready to go. You're not creating it from scratch every time. You just duplicate, rename the page like June, week 1, in 2025, and you're done. That's how we implement the scorecard. It's built to be simple, repeatable, and scalable. And if you want to check out this Notion template, there's a link below this video. You can explore it and use it for your own business. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more ideas to improve your business operations and processes. And if you have any questions about the scorecard, EOS, or how to build this in Notion, just drop a comment below. We'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.